Okay, first of all, good morning to everyone. Am I audible to all of you? Okay, so in the last session, we seen about the ocean thermal energy. So we will just revise that point again because this point is very important from your exam point of view. So who will tell me that what is exactly mean by ocean thermal energy? So how we are getting thermal energy in the ocean? So what is the reason behind that? So who will tell me that? So that point we seen in the last lecture. If you are not understood, you can tell me directly now. So I will tell that, but don't stay muted. Just try to unmute and tell answers. So what is mean by ocean thermal energy? So how we are getting thermal energy from the ocean? Okay, it is the process that can produce electricity. Uh, this is not correct answer. Actually, I asked to you how we are getting heat energy from the ocean. Heat energy. सो ओशियन इज नथिंग बट व्हॉट महासागर. पाण्यामध्ये आपल्याला हीट एनर्जी कशी काय भेटते पाण्यामध्ये? ओटीईसी is nothing but what? Ocean thermal energy conversion. So in the ocean, how we are getting thermal energy? So we all know, on the earth around 70% of water is there. So on that water, 70% of maximum solar radiations are falling on the earth. So because of that solar radiations, the water get heat energy. So because of that reason, the water surface, that means the upper surface of the water, is getting heated because of the solar radiations. That is the thermal energy received from the solar energy. That's why that ocean is called as the solar collector. So because that solar energy is getting absorbed by the water, or that is available on the surface of the ocean. So because of that heat energy, the water available on the ocean, that is the on the surface of the ocean, that is getting heated, and the water available inside the deep of the ocean is colder. So why water available inside the deep of the ocean is colder? Because all the solar radiations are not getting spread inside the sea. That's why only on the surface the water is getting heated. So by utilizing that heated water and cold water, we can convert or we can produce electricity. So we have to see how that electricity can be produced by using the thermal energy of the ocean. So in the last session, we seen types of the ocean thermal energy also. So who will tell that three types of the ocean thermal plant? We are just revising the points that we have covered in the last session, because this point is very important from your exam point of view. So which were the types of the ocean thermal energy? So just now we seen about the how thermal energy is obtained on the surface of the ocean. So because of the solar radiations, temperature on the earth surface, and that water becomes warm or heated. That's why that water is called as the world's largest solar radiation collector. because on the earth a maximum about 70 to 75% of the water is available, and that water is absorbing the solar radiations, because that's why world's largest solar radiation collector is called to the water or ocean thermal energy collector. Okay, on the screen you can see here. Now there are three types of the electricity conversion system. So first one is the closed cycle, second one is the open cycle, and third one is the hybrid cycle. So closed cycle means what, open cycle means what, and hybrid cycle means what. The up till now you've seen that all points, what is mean by closed cycle, open cycle, or hybrid cycle. So who will tell me the closed cycle in case of the ocean thermal energy? So all these points are covered in the last lecture, but you are not responding. I don't know why you are not responding, but just try to tell your answers. So what is mean by closed cycle in case of the ocean thermal energy system? So which type of the operation is used in case of the closed power plant, closed cycle power plant? So I will show you just a image. So on that, on the basis of the image, you try to tell me the answer. Exact which operation is carried out in this case. So who will tell me the answer of this question? At least you just try to tell the answers. Okay, Ankita Katare given answer is that working fluid is warm sea itself. So working fluid in case of the open loop, it is the warm itself. So in case of the closed loop cycle, working fluid is something else. That means the fluid having low boiling point is used in case of the closed loop cycle. So once again, I will tell you exact operation. So what happens in case of the closed loop cycle? So in case of the closed loop OTC cycle, there are two types of the fluids used. So one type of the fluid is warm water that is available on the surface of the ocean, and the another fluid is fluid having low boiling point. So low boiling point means what? Ammonia. Most of the ammonia type of fluid is used. So this type of liquid is getting easily heated, and they are changing their state uh, at low boiling point. That means they are changing from liquid to vapor at low temperature also. So what happens whenever this is evaporated? So in this evaporated heat of the warm water is exchanged to this working fluid. That means the one pipe is connected here, in that working fluid is flowing. So working fluid like ammonia is flowing. So whenever that warm water is inserted in this evaporated, the heat available of that warm water is transferred to the working fluid. Working fluid is which? Ammonia. So what happens? So that working fluid is getting converted into the vapor. So this vapor is passed to the turbo generator. So turbo generator is a low pressure turbo generator. So on that low pressure, that turbo generator starts rotating or spinning. So whenever that turbo generator is started rotating, the production of electricity is started. So after that, when the temperature of that working fluid is low, so after spinning the turbine, the working temperature of the ammonia is getting low. So what happens when the temperature is getting low, that ammonia is again changed its state. That means the ammonia is again transferred into the liquid. So that liquid is again transferred here for the condensation process. So condensation process is nothing but what? The cooling process. So in this part, cooling of the ammonia is happen. So here for the cooling purpose, water available inside the deep of the ocean. That means the जे समुद्राच्या खालचा म्हणजे 5-10 किलोमीटरचं जे पाणी आहे ते पाणी युटिलाइज केलं जातं कशासाठी? कूलिंग पर्पज साठी. सो दॅट कोल्ड वॉटर इज युटिलाइज्ड फॉर द कंडेन्सेशन प्रोसेस ऑफ द working fluid. So that cooled water is transferred or cold water is transferred inside this condenser. So what happens that working fluid temperature is getting low and that is converted into the colder working fluid. So again it is transferred to the next process. So in this process what happens? Only working fluid is in the closed loop. So because of that reason, this process is called as the closed loop OTC cycle. That means the closed loop ocean thermal energy conversion cycle. So inside this working fluid like ammonia or any other type of the fluid that is transferred here for the generation of the electricity, and warm water is used for the heat transfer and cold water is used for the cooling purpose or for the condensation purpose. So this is about the closed loop OTC cycle. So if anyone having query regarding this also, they can ask me directly. Okay, Ankita, you want to repeat this process again? Okay, I will repeat this process again. Okay, generally what happens, we are utilizing the heat energy that we are getting from the sunlight. That means from the sun radiations. Because of that sun radiations, water available on the surface of the ocean is getting heated. So the temperature of that surface of the ocean water is high as compared to the deep inside the ocean. म्हणजे जे समुद्राच्या वरती जे पाणी सरफेस वरती जे पाणी अवेलेबल असतं त्याचं टेम्परेचर हाय असतं ऍज कम्पेअर टू द समुद्राच्या आतलं जे पाणी आहे त्या पाण्याच्या कंपॅरिझन मध्ये सरफेस वरती जे पाणी अवेलेबल आहे त्याचं टेम्परेचर हाय असतं. तर आपण या प्रोसेस मध्ये काय करतोय एक्झॅक्टली, जे समुद्राच्या वरती सरफेस वरती जे हिटेड वॉटर आहे ते हिटेड वॉटर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोडक्शन साठी यूज करतोय. तर ते एक्झॅक्टली कसं यूज करतोय त्याच्यामध्ये पण 3 टाइप आहेत. फर्स्ट आहे क्लोज लूप सायकल, सेकंड आहे ओपन लूप सायकल अँड थर्ड आहे हायब्रिड सायकल. सो इन केस ऑफ द क्लोज लूप सायकल, या केस मध्ये आपण काय करतोय बघा, जे हिटेड वॉटर आहे ते हिटेड वॉटर, आता वर्किंग फ्लुइड म्हणजे एक्झॅक्टली काय, तर ह्यामध्ये दुसरं लिक्विड यूज केलं जाते टर्बाईनला रोटेट करण्यासाठी. सो दुसरं लिक्विड म्हणजे कोणतं, तर अशा प्रकारचं लिक्विड ज्याचं बॉइलिंग पॉइंट लो आहे, म्हणजे जे कमी टेम्परेचर मध्ये सुद्धा त्याचं रूपांतर कशामध्ये होतं, वाफेमध्ये होतं. अशा प्रकारचं लिक्विड इथं टर्बो जनरेटरला रोटेट करण्यासाठी यूज केलं जातं. मग त्याचं बेस्ट एक्झाम्पल कोणतं आहे, अमोनिया. तर या केस मध्ये काय केलं जातं क्लोज लूप सायकल मध्ये, first we will start from the evaporated. So in that evaporated working fluid in the pipe, म्हणजे पाईप मध्ये जे वर्किंग फ्लुइड आहे अमोनिया आहे हे पास केलं जात आहे. आणि हे जे वॉर्म वॉटर आहे हे वॉर्म वॉटर कुठलं आहे, सरफेस ऑफ द ओशियन, म्हणजे जे हिटेड वॉटर आहे that is available on the surface of the ocean, that heated water is transferred in this evaporator. This evaporator is again called as the heat exchanger. So heat exchanger is nothing but what? We are exchanging the heat of the warm water to the ammonia or any other type of the working fluid. म्हणजे तिथं अमोनिया यूज केलेला असू शकते किंवा दुसरं कोणतं लिक्विड यूज केलेलं असू शकते ज्याचं बॉइलिंग पॉइंट लो आहे. अशा प्रकारचं लिक्विड यूज केलेलं असू शकतं. मग ते लिक्विड काय होतं? हीट एनर्जी कुठली भेटली? गरम पाण्याची भेटली. कुठला? समुद्राचं जे काही सरफेसचं हिटेड वॉटर आहे त्याची हीट एनर्जी ऍब्झॉर्ब केली जाते कशानं? त्या लो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट लिक्विडने. त्यानंतर त्याचं काय होतं? वाफेमध्ये कन्व्हर्जन होतं. कशाचं कन्व्हर्जन होतं? अमोनिया किंवा जे काही अनदर टाइप ऑफ द लिक्विड यूज केलेलं आहे त्याचं वाफेमध्ये कन्व्हर्जन होतं. मग ते लिक्विड कशासाठी यूज केलं जातं? हे टर्बो जनरेटर आहे जो नेक्स्ट पार्टला कनेक्टेड केलेला आहे. त्या टर्बो जनरेटरला रोटेट करण्यासाठी ते अमोनियाचं वेपर यूज केलेलं जातं. मग इथं ज्या वेळेस टर्बो जनरेटरला रोटेट केलं जातं तेव्हा काय होतं? हे टर्बो जनरेटर लो प्रेशरला रोटेट होतो. टर्बो जनरेटरला नेक्स्ट प्रोसेस मध्ये इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कन्व्हर्जन साठी अल्टरनेटर यूज केलेला असू शकतो किंवा ते डिरेक्टली काही इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेशनची प्रोसेस नेक्स्ट होते. मग इथं जे वॉटर वेपर और लिक्विड वेपर आहे ते लिक्विड वेपर जनरेटर वरती फॉल झाल्यानंतर जनरेटरला रोटेट करतं. त्यानंतर जेव्हा त्याची टेम्परेचर कमी होतं म्हणजे त्याचे लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेट्स तयार होतात. ते लिक्विड ड्रॉपलेट्स कुठं पास केले जातात? कंडेन्सर मध्ये. सो ह्या कंडेन्सर मध्ये काय प्रोसेस केली जाते? ह्या कंडेन्सर मध्ये त्या लिक्विडची हीट कॅपॅसिटी आहे, हीट एनर्जी आहे ती रिमूव्ह करण्याचं काम केलं जातं. म्हणजे काय केलं जातं? कूलिंग प्रोसेस केली जाते इथं. कूलिंग प्रोसेस. सो ही कूलिंग प्रोसेस कशी केली जाते? तर water available inside the deep of the sea, that means the जे काही समुद्राच्या खालचं पाणी आहे गार पाणी आहे ते गार पाणी कशासाठी पास केलं जातं इथं? कूलिंग ऑफ द वर्किंग फ्लुइड, दॅट मीन्स द कूलिंग ऑफ द अमोनिया लिक्विड. सो ह्याची जी काही हीट एनर्जी आहे ती हीट एनर्जी इथं रिमूव्ह केली जाते वर्किंग फ्लुइडची. सो आफ्टर रिमूव्हिंग दॅट हीट एनर्जी दॅट वर्किंग फ्लुइड इज passed here and here working fluid pressurizer, that means the pressure of that working fluid is increased. म्हणजे त्याची जी पास होण्याची प्रेशर आहे म्हणजे आपण पाणी आल्यानंतर एक मोटर यूज केलेली जाते बघा त्याचं प्रेशर इन्क्रीज करण्यासाठी, तशा टाइप मध्ये प्रेशरायझर यूज केलं जातं आणि ते पुन्हा कशासाठी पास केलं जातं? इथं इव्हॅपोरेटर मध्ये पुन्हा त्याची वाफ तयार होण्यासाठी पास केलं जातं. सो पुन्हा ती प्रोसेस रिपीट केली जाते. मग ह्या केस मध्ये काय? ह्यामध्ये गरम पाणी इथं आतमध्ये हीट एक्सचेंजर मध्ये सोडलं जातं, पुन्हा ते आउटपुट म्हणून घेतलं जातं त्याची हीट एनर्जी ट्रान्सफर केल्यानंतर. पण ह्यामध्ये क्लोज लूप का म्हणलेलं आहे? तर जे काही वर्किंग फ्लुइड आहे, जे काय अमोनिया यूज केलेला आहे ते यामध्ये रिटर्न आपण कुठेच घेत नाही. त्याचं एक तर लिक्विड मध्ये कन्व्हर्जन होतं आणि आफ्टर दॅट वेपर मध्ये कन्व्हर्जन होतं. ही जी प्रोसेस आहे ही कंटिन्युअस आहे. यामध्ये आपण वर्किंग फ्लुइड कुठे आउटसाइडला घेत नाही. त्यामुळे ह्याला काय म्हणलं जातं? क्लोज लूप ओटीसी सायकल असं बोललं जातं. सो आता यामध्ये काही क्वेरीज आहेत कोणाला? ओके, सो दिस इज अबाउट द क्लोज लूप ओटीसी सायकल. So next type is the open loop OTC cycle. So in the open loop OTC cycle, here working fluid is not used. Here warm seawater is utilized here for the generation of the electricity. That means the water vapor that is that we are getting from the sea is directly utilized for the generation of the electricity or to rotate the turbine. So just listen the procedure of this open loop OTC cycle. So in case of the open loop OTC cycle, which procedure is followed? So here warm water that is available on the surface of the ocean is taken as a input. So after taking this warm sea water, so this is evaporated. So this is evaporated. So inside this heat of the or vapor of the warm sea water, that means the whatever the water that we are getting from the ocean, that water, heated water, is transferred in the evaporated. So whatever the steam, so such type of the tank is utilized. So inside this tank, that water is inserted, warm sea water. So inside that warm sea water is taken, and whatever the steam coming from that sea water, like this, so that steam is transferred to the turbine here. So because of that steam, the turbine starts rotating, or low pressure turbine. So low pressure turbine is used everywhere in case of the OTC cycle. So why low pressure turbine is used? Because the steam that we are getting from the working fluid or seawater is low pressure. So that's why low pressure turbine is always used in case of the OTC cycle. So this turbine rotates and electric generation of the electricity is produced here. So after, when that vapor or when that steam is utilized here, only pure steam is utilized for the rotating the turbine. So whatever the salty part or whatever the sludges are available inside that water, that unwanted water, or that the salty water or brine, we can call it as brine. Brine is nothing but what? The water having high concentration of the salt. So that water is taken out from the system. So there is no use of this brine water. So when that steam is utilized for the rotating the turbine, when that steam is utilized, after that, that steam is low temperature steam, or some water droplets are created or formed. So that water droplets or low temperature steam is utilized, taken inside this condenser. So inside this condenser, the temperature of that vapor, or the temperature of that steam is reduced, or which procedure is utilized for cooling the that vapor or that steam is cold water of the sea water. That means the cold water, where it is available, cold water is available inside the deep of the sea. So near about 10 to 15 kilometer inside the deep of the sea, that cold water is available. So that cold water is transferred inside this condenser for the cooling of the vapor. So when that, here is sometimes pipe is used. So when that cold water is inserted here, the heat energy available to that water vapor is getting removed, and that water is converted into the liquid. So when that water vapor is converted into the liquid, that can be utilized as the fresh water. So fresh water, so what is mean by fresh water? So inside that fresh water, there is no any other type of the contents are available. That means the salt is not available inside that inside that water. So that fresh water can be utilized for the commercial purpose, residential purpose. So in the coastal areas, that means the समुद्र किनारी जे काही लोक राहतात, त्या लोकांना फ्रेश वॉटर म्हणजे प्युअर वॉटर अवेलेबल नसतं. तर ते लोक हे जे वॉटर वेपर पासून जनरेट झालेलं फ्रेश वॉटर आहे, तर ते फ्रेश वॉटर पिण्यासाठी किंवा एनी अदर पर्पजेस साठी ते फ्रेश वॉटर यूज करू शकतात, जे की फक्त पाण्याची वाफ थ्रू आलेलं असते. त्यातलं म्हणजे जे साल्टी वॉटर आहे, म्हणजे जे साल्ट आहे ते रिमूव्ह झालेलं असतं, कारण फक्त वाफेचं रूपांतर लिक्विड मध्ये कन्वर्ट झालेलं असतं. त्यामध्ये दुसरे कोणते कंटेंट्स अवेलेबल नसतात. सो दिस इज अबाउट द ओपन लूप सिस्टम. इज एनीवन हॅव्हिंग क्वेरी रिगार्डिंग ओपन लूप सिस्टम? Okay, next type is the hybrid OTC cycle. In the hybrid OTC cycle, both types, that means the open loop cycle and closed loop cycle, both types of the cycles are utilized, or both type of the cycles are mixed. So we have to just see the working of this hybrid cycle. So we will just see for this half part one by one. So see, in case of the hybrid OTC cycle, here one pipe is connected here, and through this pipe heated water or warm sea water that is available on the surface of the sea is taken from here, and that water is transferred in the evaporated. So in the evaporator, what happens in the evaporator, the heat energy available to that warm sea is transferred to the liquid. So here liquid is inserted. So liquid having low boiling point. So liquid having low boiling point is passed through this evaporator. So whenever that liquid is passed through this evaporator, so whatever the heat energy available inside this pipe is getting transferred to the this liquid, and so because of this heat energy, the ammonia, so here ammonia is used, so that ammonia is getting converted into the liquid to the steam or vapor. So that vapor is transferred here to the turbine. So same procedure like the open loop or closed loop, and that after rotating the turbine, so the low temperature vapor or what droplets of that ammonia are passed in the condenser. So in the condenser, which procedure is followed here? So here seawater, instead of warm, cold seawater is used here. Cold seawater that is available inside the depth of the ocean. That cold water is transferred through the pipe in the condenser for the cooling purpose here. So inside the, when that cold water is passed here, so that vapor or the droplets are getting converted into the liquid. So after that conversion of the liquid, that water, that ammonia is transferred from this pipe here, and the pressure of that ammonia liquid is increased through the pressurizer here. So this is the closed loop cycle that is covered here. And after that cooling purpose process, that water is again transferred in the condensation process again here. So we will see this process. So this part we see. So we will see this last part here. So when that heated water is transferred here, heat of the heated water is transferred into the ammonia. After that process, that heated water is collected in the one chamber. So when that heated water is collected in the one chamber, that is not flowing directly to the downward side. The heat available, that means the steam available, whatever may be the steam, it may not be a high pressure, but the low pressure steam is collected here through this one pipe and transferred in this desalination condenser. So in this desalination condenser, what happens? The steam is converted into the liquid. So the fresh water, the process of fresh water is um, done in this case. So here that vapor, water vapor is converted into the liquid, and that liquid is collected here, and that liquid is transferred to the next process through the vacuum pump. So the generation of the fresh water is available here. Open loop, closed loop, but procedure are followed in case of the hybrid power plant. So is anyone having query here? Okay, so who will tell me the advantages of the OTC process and disadvantages of the OTC process? So what are the advantages and disadvantages of this OTC process? Just try to tell in your own words or by your own thinking. Okay, it is a fuel free. One student give an answer, it is fuel free. So there is no any type of the fuel is required to generate the steam. No fuel is required. One advantage is done. Okay, generation of the electricity. Okay. Renewable and pollution free. Very good. More reliable. Good. Only one student is giving answers. What about others? Or what is your opinions? Others? You just try to tell your answers. Low environmental impact. Very good. As compared to other types of the sources, so the energy generated by the OTC cycle are so there is low variation in case of the OTC cycle generation. There are not much variations in the generation of the electricity. Low variations are there. Okay, high initial cost. Very good. Disadvantage. First disadvantage is high initial cost for the setting up of the plant. So what about the efficiency? How much is the efficiency of this plant? Okay, 3 to 4% is the efficiency of the OTC plants. So as compared to the efficiency of the plant, the cost, maintenance cost, initial cost of the plant is high. So this is not economical. That's why government has not given their own contribution for such type of the plants. Okay, anyone having query regarding anything that we have covered till now? Okay. So if we speak about the site selection of the OTC plan, so which factors should be considered for the selection of the OTC plans? That point also we seen in the last lecture. We are taking just revising that point again. So which factors should be considered, or which is the main, which will be the main criteria for the setting up of the plant for the OTC? That means the setting up of the OTC plant. So which factors should be considered in this case? Just try to tell your answers. Okay. So who will tell that answer? Okay, first point is the availability of the warm water and cold water. So the warm water is available at the surface of the ocean. So the temperature difference between that warm water and cold water should not be greater than 10 degrees Celsius or 5 degrees Celsius. That means the 20 degrees Celsius should be the difference of that warm water and cold water. Minimum 20 degrees Celsius should be the difference between that warm water and cold water. Minimum 20 degrees Celsius should be the difference here. So apart from this, is anyone having idea regarding the site selection of that plant? So this is about the temperature difference. So okay, environmental aspects. Okay, which type of the environmental aspect should be considered? Okay, the plant location should not be greater than 10 to 15 kilometer from the four-way. That means किनाऱ्यापासून 10 ते 15 किलोमीटरच्या अंतरामध्येच त्याचं लोकेशन असावं. किनाऱ्यालगत असावं ते जे काही प्लांट आहे ते किनाऱ्यापासून 10 ते 15 किलोमीटरच्या पुढे नसावं. Okay, so we've seen about apart from this, is anyone having idea about the site selection of the OTC plant? It should not be far away from the coastal areas or from the four-way. Availability of the warm water and cold water should be there. Is anyone having another ideas? Okay. Okay, you can see here the site selection factors of the OTC system on the screen. The highest temperature and lowest temperature of the water difference should not be greater than 20%. And the advantages are also on the screen. So advantages: power generated from the OTC is renewable and pollution free as compared to other source of the solar energy sources. The output from the OTC shows very minor variations in the output. So the what type of the water is available in case of the OTC system? That means the warm water and cold water. What type of the water is available at the plant itself? There is no need to transport from any one type of the water from one place to another place. Okay. So the next is the classification of small hydropower stations. Okay, if we speak about the classification of the small hydropower stations, the Central Electricity Authority, that means the CEA, Central Electricity Authority, CEA, and the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, MNRE, have classified small hydropower plants depending on the capacity range and the available head. So there are two types of the classification inside that. So which are that? So based on the capacity and based on the head. So in the based on the capacity, again there are three sub classification, that is micro power plant, mini power plant, and small power plant. So in case of the micro power plant, the unit size is up to 100 kilowatt. So the in case of the mini power plant, that size ranges between the 101 to 1000 kilowatt. That means the above 100 kilowatt and up to 1000 kilowatt. The size of that or the capacity of that plant is up to 1000 kilowatt. This is for the mini power plant. And for the small power plant, it is from 1 to 25 megawatt. That is from 1 megawatt to 25 megawatt. So this is about the capacity of the power plants. So the next type is the depending upon the head. So if we speak about the depending upon the head, again there are three types. So which are that ultra low head and medium, or we can call it as also high head. So ultra low head consists of below 3 meter. That means the water availability of that water is up to below 3 meter. from the head of the site. So the second one is the 3 meter to 40 meter, that is low head, and the medium high head above 40 meter. So this is about the classification of the small hydropower stations. Near about half chapter is covered in this session. Okay, all are written their assignments of this subject. Today's submission date. I asked you one question. Okay, link will be shared today, and you have to upload assignments of unit 1, unit 2 likewise. So I will make folders like assignment of unit 1, assignment of unit 2, assignment of unit 3. So likewise you have to scan the assignment photos or make one PDF like for the individual assignment. Okay, anyone having query regarding this? If anyone having query, they can ask me directly. Where are others? Only one is only one student is responding from start. In case of any query, you can ask me directly. These points will not be repeated again. Shantanu Patil, what is time? It's about 12 p.m. You entered in the meeting now. I already taken screenshot of attendance, so your attendance will not be recorded. At last, you are entering in the meeting. Okay, I hope you all understood these points. Okay, due to internet issues, I left from meeting. Okay, this will be your final attendance. Is anyone having query regarding anything? I am again and again asking, because after that these points will not be covered. Okay, if anyone having no query, we will stop here. Thank you for joining the session and maintain such attendance in the next lectures also. We are stopping our lecture here.